This video goes out to Tom King and, more importantly, DC Comics. I know you guys decided to kind of run Tom King's Batman run short. Good on you. But look, you guys divided the Batman community like never before. Um, because since I've been in the Batman community, which would have been like 2001, I was born in 2001. I've been liking Batman shit since before I was even 1 years old, and I will continue to like Batman shit until I die. I'm a Batman super fan. I'm a Batman fanatic. I follow the guy like a religion, even though he's not even real. But look, Tom King's Batman pisses me off on a very essential level because you could write a bad Batman story. It's been done before. Uh, you know, you can. It happens. Uh, I can't name you a lot because Batman's a very consistent character. But what I can name you is pretty not great Batman stories. I can name you bad Batman stories. Um, you know, I mean, Batman Hush is iffy. The original Batman Hush is iffy. Batman Year Two, obviously the '60s stuff and the '50s stuff really doesn't matter. But look, this is the worst Batman run ever, because it essentially, I don't think it's intentional, but look, it says, look, guys, everything you've loved, the reason we love this character isn't because he's depressed, isn't because we can necessarily relate to everything he does, isn't necessarily because, like normal people, we give up sometimes. We don't love that. We love it because Batman, to a lot of us, is essentially our fucking dad. Our fictional other dad. He does what's right, when it's right, because it's right. He never compromises. Okay? He pulls through no matter what because he's so strong willed. He's so freaking smart in every conceivable way. And he does what others won't. He makes the hard choices. Um, One of those hard choices is a forever hard choice. And that hard choice is not loving. Uh, the only time we've seen Batman love another person is through loving Alfred as a father figure, loving Dick, Jason, Damian, Tim, Barbara as like stepchildren. In Damian's case, real children. He loves Superman like a brother. Um, and that's true. Uh, the only really like, because even Catwoman, even the relationship between Catwoman is iffy for me because it's a forbidden love. You know, it's a Romeo and Juliet situation. They can never be together. Okay? She does a lot of shit that he would never do because he's a good guy. And she's from the streets and she would never just sit down and be with Bruce Wayne. And that's the thing. Those two would never marry. It's one thing that Batman would never marry, but Catwoman would never marry either. And to think Tom King's run is a misunderstanding of character, of Batman's character. If you like his run, that's fine. But please don't say it's a great Batman run. Even people, like, I'm just saying, it's not an objective opinion. Even if you could say his run is a good run, it's not a good Batman run. This guy has tricked people into thinking, oh, it's a character study. It's a character study. People like Geekvolution, who were very critical, Love this run. Look, Batman would never marry, and that's not even the first part. Because what did Tom King bring to the table? Let's go back to like 2016 when him and David Finch were signed on to do Batman. Okay, so they got the I Am Gotham story coming in issues. What do they have? He's depressed. He wants to help people, but he's depressed, and he wants to stop doing what he's doing. Okay. That's not Batman. I meant to say it's not a subjective opinion, it's a fucking fact. This guy doesn't understand Batman. Um, I continue to find Batman stories that entertain me. I'm currently reading on the DC Universe app Batman Confidential. I'm trying to read all of that. I'm going back to certain stories. I'm definitely going to read R.I.P. soon again for like the 5th time because Grant Morrison understands Batman. But look, Tom King, Batman's not depressed in the normal sense. You can't be depressed when you're totally fine and okay with who you are. That contradicts depression. When you're depressed, I've been depressed. When you're depressed, you don't feel good in your own skin. Batman knows completely who he is and what he has to do. And the thing is, the struggles come in his battles and his self-inflicted battle with the choices he has to make. Not with the fact that, oh, should I do this? Should I do this? Should I do this? He writes him like a drug addict who keeps doing it but hates it. Let's take this back to the Dark Knight Returns. So, Batman in the Dark Knight Returns, in the context of the Dark Knight Returns story, written by Frank Miller, Klaus Jensen, the greats, he fucking likes being Batman. Okay? Batman is it shows that when he's not Batman, he's not who he is. He's not his best self. He's a fucking drunk. He is a recluse. Batman makes him productive. Batman helps him. Batman is who he is and who he should be. Bruce Wayne, I'm not going to play with the whole mask bullshit because that can be interpreted. Because in my personal opinion, through what I've read in The Dark Knight Returns and through what I've read in other Batman stories, Bruce Wayne and Batman are one. But in a sense, Bruce Wayne is like the Hulk. I mean, Batman's like the Hulk to the Bruces. Hulk and Batman are like the fucking... Look, there's that scene where he just got beat by the mutant leader and he goes back to the cave, both in the animated movie and in the comic. And he takes off his gloves and he goes into the deepest corner of the Batcave and he reflects and he's like, give me the strength. And he looks into himself and he embraces Batman. He embraces the Bat. He embraces that creature inside of him because that creature's always been there. He was there when his parents died. That was his closure. This is a person... being Batman isn't PTSD, in a sense. Being Bruce Wayne, as an 8-year-old Bruce Wayne in an alley seeing your parents shot, that's PTSD. Now, the thing is what I always bring up to people, explaining why Batman's so great, is that The most horrible thing that can really happen to anyone at a young age is seeing their parents die right in front of them. Bonus points if they get shot in a frickin' alley. That is horrible. And it's the choice he made to avenge, to put justice into his own hands, to say, look, a bad thing happened to me. A really bad, horrible thing happened to me. And I don't want it to happen to anyone else again. That is an oath. That is something that he did. And it's not vengeance, it's justice. And to say that, you know, because it's not cold either. Batman's cold in the fact that he tries to get the job done. But he very much is the most compassionate person on Earth when it comes to caring about the human species. He'll do whatever it takes to, keep society on the right path. And, this is such an essential part of this character that people get frustrated. People disown Bruce Wayne, Batman, because he's so involved in the mission. For example, we could see this in Justice League Outsiders Season 3. Watch it now, it's great. Batman is so on top of things, and so like, we have to fucking stop the light. Like the secret society of villains that are trying to control every facet of the world, and now the higher universe. We need to stop them. So we need to plan and covert secret operations throughout the Justice League, this new team, the Outsiders, and the team, Young Justice. We need to covert things. And people get pissed. That last episode, Black Lightning is fucking pissed. But it has to happen, because that's the mission. That's what has to happen. See, Tom King's Batman doesn't understand the mission, because Tom King doesn't understand Batman.